Hello, dear students. Today we are going to study The Merchant of Venice, Act 4, Scene 1. The scene takes place at Venice in a court of justice. The characters present here are the Duke, Antonio, Bassanio, Graziano, Celerio, Shylock, Nerissa, and Portia. In the previous video, we had seen the Duke is making an appeal to Shylock to show mercy towards Antonio, to which Shylock flatly refuses. That were lines 1 to 65. Now in this video, we'll be dealing with lines 66 to 140. Let's begin. Shylock: I am not bound to please thee with my answers. Means I am not obliged to give you a satisfactory answer in order to please you. Bassanio: do all men kill the things they do not love? Do all men kill anything that they dislike? Shylock: hates any man the thing he would not kill? Is there any man who does not kill something that he truly hates? Bassanio: every offense is not a hate at first. Meaning is, every fault is not hated from the very beginning. Shylock: what? Wouldst thou have a serpent sting thee twice? Would you allow a snake to sting you twice? Antonio: I pray you, think you question with the Jew. Antonio is telling Bassanio, be careful, you are arguing with a Jew. You may as well go stand upon the beach and bid the main flood bait his usual height. The meaning is, you might as well stand on the seashore and ask the ocean tide not to rise. You may as well use question with the wolf, why he hath made the ewe bleat for the lamb. The meaning is that you might ask the wolf why he made the mother sheep mourn for the lamb he devoured. You may as well forbid the mountain pines to wag their high tops and to make no noise when they are threatened with the gust of winds, gust of heaven. So the meaning is, you might as well forbid the pine trees on the mountains to sway their high tops and to make noise when disturbed by the winds from above. To make no noise when disturbed from the winds from above. You may as well do anything most hard as to seek to soften that than which what's harder, his Jewish heart. The meaning is, you might as well do the most difficult thing in the world rather than attempt a thing still harder. What is still harder? To soften the heart of the Jew. To soften the heart of the Jew. Therefore, I do beseech you, make no more offers, use no further means, but with all brief and plain conveniency, let me have judgment and the Jew his will. The meaning is, so I request you, Antonio is requesting Bassanio, that you not to make him any more offers, not to take any more steps, but with all due speed and simplicity, as it is convenient to you, let me have the judgment and let the Jew have his will. Bassanio: for thy 3,000 ducats, here is 6. Here are 6,000 ducats instead of your 3,000 ducats. He is telling Shylock this. Shylock: if every ducat in 6,000 ducats were in 6 parts, and every part a ducat, I would not draw them. I would have my bond. The meaning is, if each of the 6,000 ducats were divided into 6 parts, and it was each part a ducat, yet I would not accept them, I would only have my bond. Okay, the Duke is saying, how shalt thou hope for mercy rendering none? Means, if you show no mercy to others, how can you hope for God's mercy? Shylock: what judgment shall I dread, doing no wrong? Means, why should I fear? What judgment do I fear when I have done nothing wrong? Okay, you have among you many a purchased slave, which like your asses and your dogs and mules you use in abject and in slavish paths, because you bought them. The meaning is that Shylock is telling the Duke that you keep many slaves whom you have bought, like your asses, dogs and mules. You use them in mean servile tasks just because you have bought them. Shall I say to you, let them be free, marry them to your heirs? The meaning is, shall I tell you, give them freedom and allow them to marry your children? Why sweat they under burden? That means, why should they be carrying heavy loads? Why should they be working hard? Let their beds be made as soft as yours, and let their palates be seasoned with such wines. Okay, the meaning is, let their beds, that is slave's bed, be made as soft as your beds, and let them be treated with the same food as your own. Okay, as your own food, you give them the same food. The slave are ours, so do I answer you. In this context, what would you say? You would say that the slaves are ours, so my reply is the same. The pound of flesh which I demand of him is dearly bought. It is mine and I'll have it. The meaning is, the pound of flesh which I demand from Antonio has been bought by me at a high price. It is mine and I will have it. If you deny me, fie upon your law. Means, if you deny me what is lawful, you should be ashamed of the legal system of your city. You should be ashamed of your legal system of your city. There is no force in the decrees of Venice. I stand for judgment. Answer, shall I have it? Means, Shylock is saying that there is no legal authority in Venice to deny this to me, what I demand. Okay, I demand the judgment now. Answer me whether I will have that or not. To which Duke replies, upon my power, I may dismiss this court unless Bellario, a learned doctor, whom I have sent for to determine this, come here today. Meaning is, with my authority, I may adjourn the court, unless Bellario, a learned doctor of law, whom I have requested to come and settle this case, comes here today. Celerio, my lord, here stays without a messenger with letters from the doctor, new come from Padua. What is Celerio saying? My lord, a messenger from the doctor from Padua is waiting outside with letter. Duke, bring us the letters, call the messenger. Bring the letters to me and call in the messenger. Bassanio, good cheer, Antonio. What man? Courage yet. Means he's saying, cheer up, Antonio. You have to have courage. Okay, the Jew shall have my flesh, blood, bones, and all air. Thou shalt lose for me one drop of blood. Means the Jew will have all my blood, flesh, and bones before you lose one drop of your blood on my account. Okay, now Antonio, I am a tainted wether of the flock. Meat is for death. That is, the meaning is, I am a sick sheep in the herd, more suitable to be slaughtered earlier than the others. The weakest kind of fruit drops earliest to the ground. That means the weakest fruit falls earliest from the tree. So let me die. Let me die. Okay? You cannot better be employed, Bassanio, than to live still and write mine epitaph. The meaning of the line is, it will be a befitting task for you, Bassanio, to live and write the inscription on my tombstone. At that time, Nerissa enters dressed up like a lawyer's clerk. Duke, came you from Padua, from Bellario? That is, have you come from Dr. Bellario from Padua? Nerissa, from both, my lord. Bellario greets your grace. Yes, from Padua and from Bellario, my lord. And Bellario sends his greetings to your grace. And Nerissa presents the letter. Now Bassanio, why dost thou whet thy knife so earnestly? Means, why do you sharpen your knife with so much attention, Shylock? So, to which Shylock is saying, to cut the forfeiture from that bankrupt there, to cut off a pound of flesh that has been promised as per the bond by this bankrupt man. Gratiano, not on thy soul, but on thy soul, harsh Jew, thou makest thy knife keen, no, but no metal can, no, not the hangman's axe, bear half the keenness of thy sharp envy. The meaning is that it is not on the sole of your shoe, but on your soul, cruel Jew, that you are sharpening your knife. No metal, not even the axe of a hangman, can have half the sharpness of your envy. Can no praise pierce thee? Means, can no praise penetrate your heart? Shylock says, no, none, that thou hast wit enough to make. The meaning is no. No praise that you are clever enough to make. To which Gratiano says, O be thou damned, inexcrable dog. That is, may you be damned, shameless man. For thy life let justice be accused. Meaning is, justice should be blamed for letting you live. Thou almost makest me waver in my faith. That is, that you make me doubt about my religious faith. To hold opinion with Pythagoras that souls of animals infuse themselves into the trunks of men. The meaning of the line is that I am led to believe in the theory of Pythagoras, according to which the souls of animals may enter the bodies of men. Thy courage spirit governed a wolf who hanged for human slaughter. Even from the gallows did his fell soul fleet, and whilst thou layest in thy unhallowed dam, infused it in thee. For thy desires are wolfish, bloody, severe, and ravenous. The meaning is, your spirit, evil spirit, once lived in the body of a wolf who was hanged for killing a man. When he was hanged, his wild soul escaped directly from his body into the body of your unholy mother and entered into you. Why? Because when you were still unborn, then it entered into you. For all your desires are wolf-like, bloodthirsty, starved. It is starved and hungry. Thank you.